Do not get married. It is not in your best interest. Let me add a caveat to that. Don't have a kid by her, big dog. Listen, I know they want to put you in social slavery. I know they want to put you in financial slavery. I know they want to disguise alimony in the form of child support in order for you to continue to take care of her lifestyle. What I'm telling you is that until they start to equal the playing field and make sure that it's not a penalty against you, but it's in your best interest to continue to protect and provide for the people that actually want to be protected and provided for, let them all suffer. Because you know what's happening? Even the ones that say that they really want to be wives and they just so happen to want to do better, those are the ones that's influenced by the ones that's continuing to fly over to Miami to get a BBL. And then the rest of them, thank you, baby. You want to just put it down for me? All right, thanks. I appreciate it. And then the rest of them, they not holding accountable the ones that's doing the things that's actually making it difficult for you to even source through a woman that's a wife in the first place. The ones that's supposed to be holding the others accountable think it's cute and funny and is saying, well, let them live their life. While then, they're going to evolve and switch up on you. Mark my words. You know why? Because she never left her friends for the streets alone in the first place. And her friends for the streets is continuing to influence her. So all of the influence that you have over her is based off of the idea that she likes you right now. But women are fickle. And love is not an action word for them. Love is an action word for men. And so what tends to happen is that while she loves you, she'll adore you and she'll treat you and largely try to ignore a lot of what it is that her friends is doing because she knows that it's in her best interest to continue to align with you. But the minute that she starts to see things a little bit differently, she'll switch up on you. Don't believe me? Ask the men that came before you. Go and talk to the lead attorney and ask him what it looks like in order to go through and deal with women that then said that they loved you and then they switched up on you when it was convenient for them because it didn't fit their lifestyle anymore. Because it was time for them to start embracing that hot girl summer lifestyle. And you know what the worst part about it is? They're supported largely by other simps. That is then going to come back and pick up the pieces and say, but this is for the black community. Black men need to lay down on the cross, put their jackets over the puddle, even if you got it from Montclair and Burberry. Put your jacket over the puddle, let them stomp on your jacket in order to not get their red bottoms wet that another nigga paid for, in order to make sure that they get across safely, even if it's at your own expense and your own demise. Nobody cares about you, big dog. Now the narrative and the going sentiment is going to be, oh, I can't believe that Anton is saying this. He's saying that we shouldn't be out here procreating. He's saying that we shouldn't do this. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. Because I'm telling you that until you revolt, one of the problems with people with reparations is that y'all sitting here begging for somebody to give you something that don't have no intention on fixing anything that they think is not wrong. They don't think that it's wrong for them to go over there and conquer you, and they right. They're correct. You know why? Because there is no prisoners of war. There is no right and wrong in war. It's just winners and losers. There is no right and wrong in war. The spoils of war goes to the victor. So why should they give you reparations if it's at their behest? If it doesn't benefit them, why would the victor then come back and give to the person that then lost the war? Why would they go and give it to you when you're the one that lost? How is it any different when it comes to feminism? How is it any different when it comes to women that then advocate against family court laws, but then advocate for equal opportunity when it comes to pay and whatever they want to do? And why would they give you anything? You think that you sitting here having a conversation with them on these panels is helping them to see things differently. Like they gonna get off the panel with you and not fuck around with the dude that's busting them open and having babies by them and still be advocating for black men to come and pick up the pieces and save them. And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to go and get them a Boyce Watkins and they're going to say, yes, give us free. And then they're going to go and get Dr. Umar Johnson and he going to hold you up like the Lion King. You know the scene in the beginning where Simba was born? Simba. You, you think that they negotiate with you? It's called a gender war for a reason, and men didn't make that term up. Gender war was not built, or it's not something that was made up by men. That was something that was declared by women. And so what makes you think that they're going to advocate against something that's in their best interest, their insurance policy, to ensure that they can kick you in your black motherfucking neck on their way out the door in order to find another simp to be able to take care of your kids who they using against you and weaponizing against you in family court? What makes you think that they're going to negotiate with you and make you feel any better? You don't see the type of women that you're dealing with out here? You don't see that Teslin Figueroa chick on the Breakfast Club? She jumped on her Instagram live and she stunned it. And she said that y'all niggas is broke, y'all poor. And she invited black men up on her platform in order to try and embarrass them. She wasn't trying to build with y'all. She was trying to stomp on y'all neck and embarrass y'all. She don't give a fuck about you. Unless it's profitable for her to do so. She didn't try to fix you and build you up. She said fuck you and then she blocked you. And then y'all came over and called me and said, Anton, we need you to go and get her. And then I go and get her because I'm an advocate for you and I love you and I believe in you. And so I'm going to be big bro and I'm going to say, yo, stop picking on my homies over here. But at some point, you're going to have to understand it's called a gender war for a reason. You behind enemy lines, dog, trying to negotiate with the enemy. And I'm not saying that black women or women are your enemy. I'm saying that if they declare war, you're going to have to pivot and start getting a different strategy because you can't go in there and say, give us free when they profited off of your downfall. Listen, they didn't free the slaves because they was good people. They did it because it was in their benefit to do so in order to weaken the South. I'm sorry. You thought that you was a good person. You thought that your ancestors was a good person, and that's why they looked out for you. You know what a woman says subconsciously every time that you come into her life? Even when you walk up to her in a bar subconsciously, she don't even know that she's saying it. What value do you add into my life? Even if it just comes from her having a good time sexually. She's saying within herself, what value is this man adding to my life? And then they started to get a little bit wiser and smarter, even to their own demise. They started slotting dudes differently. They said, okay, I'm going to label him food because he brings value to my belly. I'm going to label him sex because he brings value to my vagina. I'm going to label him tuition because he's going to pay and I ain't even got to do nothing for him. He just looking to have a good time and he just happy to have me in my presence.